Hi guys, Sap here, and this is a Just One Live Black Ops 2 Zombies. So I'm a big fan of the zombies, as I'm sure most of you are. So there's been a couple of changes, and this is the Tranzit map. I'm playing this single player, but you can play multiplayer. You can even play teams as well. That's one of the new additions. So you can work together, but it says ultimately there will only be one winner. So you can work together to get through the levels, but then at some point you're gonna start fighting each other. So one of the things there was I picked up a part. I don't know what part I picked up, but there's a part on top of the phone. I noticed later on that a few times when I was in and around the bus, it said not the right part or something like that. So obviously you can put stuff you find onto the bus, so that's pretty cool. The guns at the beginning are pretty standard. You've got the M14 and the Olympia shotgun. I buy both. I just try and use as much of the stuff available to me in this video. This is my second go. I only managed to do round 3 on my very first go, so I thought I'd give it another go. That's what this one is. So you may have also noticed that when you start, there's already a couple of zombies around you. I think, you know, I can definitely understand why they did that, because normally or before you would have started and you'd have like a good 20 seconds or so before zombies even approach the windows. Then, you know, they're going to take time to come in, or you might be doing the stabbing thing, and, you know, it would have been really, really rare to have actually had any zombies in your location on the first round. Well, I said I was a big fan of zombies. I have to admit, I didn't particularly like the any, really, of the ones in Black Ops, with the exception, of course, of Ascension. I'm thinking about it, actually 5. So they were both pretty awesome maps, but I didn't like the other one with the theatre. I wasn't a big fan of that. Let me know if you love that, or let me know if you agree with me. This one, though, this is something special. It feels like it's going to take a long, long time to actually figure this map out. I'm sure some people have probably already done it, but there was a door that, yeah, door to my right, just there. You need the power on to get that. So later in the video I do find a sort of secret complex, which is pretty cool, so you definitely stay around for that, and I assume that's where the power is. But you have to take the bus to go between the locations. I don't think you could just run it. In my previous video I went into the smog, and these little gremlins come out of the ground and sort of get a hold of your face and scratch the hell out of you. So I don't think you can walk between the locations, so you have to take the bus. Now I'm guessing the bus only goes in one direction, so you're going to have to do a full loop of this map to come back to that door and to open that. So, or potentially you could play it with some buddies, let them go off to get the power on and leave you here. So yeah, lots of different ways to play it, but like I say, I'm on my own, so the only way of doing that would be to take a massive bus tour. I don't think I've seen all the locations. There's 3 stops in this video, which is pretty cool. And I find this sort of secret complex. So you've got the standard drops. You just saw a bomb. I do get an insta-kill in this video, and I also get the repair. I was desperate for a max ammo at one point. I also try and use as many different guns as I can. So that's kind of for your benefit. Obviously, if I play this again, I'm probably not going to buy the M14 and the shotgun. And I also use the mystery box, and I get 2 good guns out of that. So when you get on the bus, it's like a I think the idea is it's a 19 sort of 40s, 50s, 60s interpretation of what the future will look like. So they kind of thought the buses would be automated by these robots. Now he's obviously had like a load of damage. Maybe he had like a plastic face or something, and all of that's burnt off. But I think that's the idea of this whole automated bus route. Now this is really, really cool. When you're moving in the bus, you get a massive train of zombies behind you. It does mean they're going to catch up with you pretty quickly when you stop, but you get to shoot out the back. You got to be careful of your surroundings though, because they are getting in front of you and to the side. So, you know, ideally, if you're playing with 2 or 3 or 4 people, this is going to be super fun because you're just going to have a couple of people just wasting them at the back. So I'm really looking forward to playing that a little bit cooperatively. So you see they get in, you've got 2 doors to watch out for, there's a hole in the roof, obviously all the windows are boarded up, I don't think you can put stuff on the back, maybe that's where the parts come into, maybe you can actually put like grates or something over the rear windows and the front and the roof. You can open and close the doors, so yeah, he decided to stop right on top of lava, so I had to make a bit of a leap there to get out, and I am kind of on fire. But that didn't seem to do too much damage. Obviously it is doing damage, but it didn't seem to be too significant. So that one just exploded. So this is the first or second stop, depending on how you look at it. Obviously you have the starting location, then this is kind of like the first stop from there. Lots and lots of doors I saw. You can go into the diner and you can go into the where I go, which is like a sort of mechanic's garage. Now I picked that one because in my previous go, where I only got to round 3, I saw the box was in there, so that's why I went that way. So I don't know if it's always there. It's been there 2 times for me. I got a feeling it's probably always going to be the starting location, so make sure you come in this way. Now when you open the door, it seems to open all the doors to this location, so it's not like you can just sort of have a really good camping zone, leave some doors closed. It seems to have opened all of them. So I've got the new pistol here. I've forgotten what it's called, but it's a fully automatic pistol. It's pretty decent. Oh, I get it 2 times there as well, so that's cool. That gave me just enough to actually have another go. And this is what it's all about. Okay, so it's not a laser or anything, but you've got to have the light machine guns. I love the light machine guns, and this has a very, very reasonable reload time. Now, I hear that the bus is going to go at some point, so I actually waited around. Right, okay, now it's moving. I'm thinking, right, better get on this thing. So I try and do a massive leap. I still get burned. I think I'm still on fire now, but I did manage to get in there without dying. Now, the firepower of this is just brilliant. I'll put the guns that I used in this video in the comments below, so check that out if you're interested. But this, if you get this in the box, or maybe it's on the wall somewhere, I doubt it personally, but if it's on the wall somewhere, you want to be getting this gun. It was really, really good. It's not one of the most powerful ones. I know that there's the Wonder Guns, as there always are, lasers and stuff like that, but you know, this thing packer punched, I'm sure it's going to be brutal. So yeah, moving on to the second location, shooting out the back. I mean, you can just see that between the locations there's just so much smog and everything. So this location, you can't actually get to the other side of the bus. No, I think you can. Okay, maybe I saw more locations. Okay, so I saw 4 locations. I don't actually know how many there are. I think there might actually be 4. So this is like a pretty cool barn place. I felt very, very exposed going in here. So you got this haziness, so their eyes, you know, you see their eyes before you can actually see them moving at you, and you know, their arms and legs. You just see a sort of like swarm of eyes, blue eyes coming at you. Good old insta-kill. I love this. So I don't really know anything about the characters or too much about the characters at this stage. I don't know if they're random to start with. I can't honestly remember if I played the same character both times. I have a feeling that like player 1 will always be the same player, as it was with the 5 and a few of the others. So sometimes it seems to be random, sometimes they seem to like hard code it, but ultimately I don't know if the characters particularly matter too much. I know a lot of people wanted to be Buffy in the Call of the Dead, which I wasn't too much of a fan of, to be honest. It felt like they had done everything in their power to stop people just running around in circles, where this actually, I think it allows for it in a number of locations I've seen. I reckon you could do that. Now, I don't know if there's going to be consequences to that. I think there probably will be. Maybe the ground starts opening up and you're sort of forced to move on. I'm pretty sure they would have done something, but it at least feels like you could do it in one location and then move on and do it in another to, maximise your sort of killing and the amount of levels you can get to. So one thing to note is that once you get in to the bus, that's it then. The bus does its own thing. You hear its horn and you've got to make a decision. Am I going to stay where I am until the bus gets all the way around again, or am I going to get on the bus? So, that's quite cool in itself, because you're probably, and this is just a guess, but you're probably going to get at least 3 or 4 rounds, probably more like 4 or 5, before the bus comes back to you. So if you want to get on that bus and it leaves without you, I've got a feeling there's a small distance that you could run up alongside it and jump on, but you don't want to be left behind if your plan is to get on that bus. So yeah, so then this is going to be the the 4th location, and one thing I noticed about this was you couldn't get to the other side of the bus. So I had a little look around. I was like, right, okay, so it's this tiny little location. Right, I felt really quite vulnerable here. I think I end the round relatively quickly at this point, and then they start spawning from the ground as well, and it's just like, right, okay, what am I going to do? The bus is going to leave when the bus wants to leave. What do I do? I couldn't see any doors or anything. So yeah, I had a good look around, see if I could jump over that car, and it's like, right, okay, I'm in this tiny little location, the bus has stopped. I thought maybe you could get into the back of the lorry, that would be quite cool, but no. So obviously it's this poxy little shed, and that's all you can do. So I think I'll put up a good fight, but I'm realising quickly that this is not going to go to plan. In fact, it doesn't. Luckily, I had the quick revive, so the second chance, and I even managed to crawl into the bomb. But staying in this location is not a good idea. I'm sure you can do it. Like I said, this is my second go, and this is the first time I got to this area. Obviously, that's it now. I'm gonna die. I can't get back round to the quick revive. The bus, it's not making any signs that it's gonna go, and I've found one door I can open. So obviously the smart thing to do is to open the door. So I did it at the end of the round, so that was not a smart decision. What I probably should have done was let a load of them come at me and then open the door. At least that way they'd all fall through, or I could lay a couple of grenades down. But this reminded me very much of Ascension and the opening area. And it's weird, it makes you feel like you move slower being in this area. It's obviously the lighting is just crazy, sort of super bright. I couldn't find any weapons, and like I've got 17 now, 17 bullets left. This is not good. I don't have the power on, so I can't open that. What do I do? What would you do in this situation? Get out of the room. So I didn't quite manage that. I managed 9 rounds. I think that's quite respectable on my second go. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Cheers, guys.